The Witch Reborn. I remember one day last year, I had a few drinks with a close friend of mine.
Hey!
As I was going through the menu, I saw a guy approaching me from afar. As we sat down drinking for merely 5 minutes, Iris had already drunken up a bottle of beer. It turned out that the guy had just broken up with his girlfriend. Iris didn't utter a single word as he kept drinking and drinking. I didn't know what to do but gently put my hand on his shoulder and comfort him. The guy had a distant look in his face. As he sighed deeply, he started telling me something that had confused him lately. Iris and his girlfriend shared the same interest for horror movies. After getting to know each other, the two decided to begin a relationship. The girlfriend, despite having a keen interest in scary films, always pretended to be scared as she screamed and fell into Iris's arms. The sweetness in her eyes completely hypnotized him. On the two's one-year dating anniversary, the girlfriend got a pair of tickets to a haunted house in a theme park. That day, despite being early for the hair-raising experience, they still had to wait in a long queue. Under the freezing weather, Iris felt a bit uncomfortable and discouraged. He told his girlfriend to come back later someday, but the girl insisted on staying as she wheedled Iris. The two continued to wait for their turn to get inside the haunted house in the cold weather. Their turn had finally come as they walked hand in hand into the scary place. Indeed, this haunted castle could easily make one's skin crawl the moment they stepped in. As the two walked upstairs, they saw a picture of a ghostly bride who had a bony skull, yet it didn't terrify Iris at all, as he found it pretty hilarious. The first room they got in was filled with scary disfigured dolls. At times, there were chuckles of children to be heard in the room. A doll suddenly stuck out its long tongue, but for Iris and his girlfriend, that wasn't enough to make them scared. The two then turned their gaze at a glass display filled with creepy-looking items inside, which amused the girl instantly. She expressed her amazement as she saw a doll with hollow eyes being hung from a tree, which confused Iris as he wasn't amazed by it at all. At that moment, Iris suddenly wanted to play a prank on his girlfriend. He told her to gaze at the doll as it would show her something special. The girlfriend listened to him as she fixed her eyes on the freaky doll. Seeing his girlfriend fiercely concentrating on the object, Iris quietly came from behind and then scared her, which made the girl scream out in fear. As she trembled, she turned around and saw Iris behind her. Her eyes blazed with horror and anger as she knew she was being teased. The girl immediately hit Iris in the chest while upbraiding him. She chased after Iris as he ran away, laughing while thinking of pulling another prank on her. Iris ran to a room nearby. The guy quickly hid in a corner, preparing to scare his girlfriend again. But the girl was nowhere to be seen as he kept waiting for her. Now Iris started feeling worried. Iris went outside, gazing at the dark hallway in front of him. There wasn't anyone in sight. Iris started feeling panic. He hurriedly looked for his girlfriend. As the man was extremely anxious, he came across a room with a wooden door being slightly opened. Iris twisted the doorknob. He had a hunch that his girlfriend was hiding in the room. No sooner had Iris opened the door than he called out the girl's name. Strangely, there was no one there. There was merely a wooden coffin which was covered with a thin veil placed in the room. Burning candles were also seen on top of the coffin. Iris gently pulled the veil aside. He saw a wooden doll inside as it gave him a familiar feeling when he looked at it. All of a sudden, Iris felt like there was someone in the room watching him. As Iris looked away, the doll suddenly got up as it made some mechanically eerie sounds. The doll's action didn't startle him, but its voice was so familiar to him that it made him turn around immediately. Iris was horrified to see that the doll now was replaced by his girlfriend. The girl started saying something as the two sharp fangs slowly sticked out of the corners of her mouth. Iris was terrified. He rubbed his eyes constantly, but the horrifying scene didn't disappear as it became even more visible. Despite being scared, Iris still plucked up his courage and went to the girl, checking up on her. Unexpectedly, the girl opened her mouth wide, revealing many sharp teeth which looked creepy. Iris was startled to death. He panicked as he pushed the girl away. How bizarre it was before his eyes now was just an inanimate wooden doll. Feeling fearful, the man leaned against the wall as he regained his composure. He reassured himself that perhaps it was just him having a hallucination. A few seconds later, as Iris finally became stable, he intended to get out of the place and ask for help. Iris rushed to the door. Never in his life had he endured this much of fear and anxiety. Fortunately, there was an alarm bell next to the door. Iris pressed it to inform the staff to arrive. One of them quickly came to Iris as he reassured him to stay calm whilst waiting for the ancillary staff. As the bell stopped ringing, Iris sighed deeply, looking around as he saw a familiar figure slowly approaching him. It was his girlfriend. Needless to say, the man was thrilled as he called her name loudly. But the thing behind the glass door had changed. Iris's girlfriend had disappeared instead. There was only a scary female ghost with her long hair. The man rushed outside in fear as he shut the door firmly. The unmoving look on his face when he first came into the haunted house had faded away. Iris had his eyes closed tightly for a while, then he slowly opened them. In the next room, the girlfriend reappeared. A female voice called out from behind Iris. He turned around and saw his girlfriend standing next to the coffin. Even though Iris was filled with fear, he still ran to his girlfriend without hesitation. However, the girlfriend walked away while Iris was chasing after her down the hallway. Then they moved to another room. As Iris had just made it to the room, he was stopped by two creepy dolls. Hence losing track of his girlfriend, inside the room a cross was seen with a dress hanging from it. The fearful expression was clearly shown on his face. It was the dress of his girlfriend, one that she usually wore. How did it get here? At that moment, someone quietly put their hand on Iris's shoulder. Iris was startled, yet didn't dare to turn and look who that was. Shortly after, a voice of a young man was heard. "Sir, are you the one that called the ancillary team for assistance?" Iris breathed a sigh of relief. He turned to see the man and inform him about the disappearance of his girlfriend. The male staff told Iris that his girlfriend had left the place earlier. Afterwards, the guy accompanied Iris to the exitway. Indeed, as Iris got outside, he saw his girlfriend waiting for him at the gate. The man quickly ran to his girlfriend. He grabbed her hands and then apologized. Yet the girl didn't say a word. She withdrew her hands from his, then broke up with him to the man's amazement. Iris quickly hugged the girl as he begged her to listen to him explaining, but it didn't make her feel less angry as she pushed him away and told him to get away from her. The girl then turned around and walked away, leaving Iris behind. Of course, Iris wouldn't let his girlfriend stay mad at him like that. He chased after the girl and stopped her. But he was startled to see the face of his girlfriend now being replaced with that of a doll, which was covered with cracks, looking terrifying. Iris was frozen. His face turned pale. He speechlessly looked at the girl walk past him as if they were two strangers. As soon as he returned home, Iris made phone calls to her, but it didn't help him at all. Knowing it was useless for him to talk to her on the phone, Iris went to the apartment at which the girl stayed, in the hope of changing her mind. That day the girl wore a lot of makeup, which was quite out of character. As Iris went to see his ex-girlfriend, he saw her hand in hand with another man, looking happy. Not only that, the girl even gave the man a passionate kiss when they were at an alley, which left Iris heartbroken. In the dim light, Iris once again saw the creepy face of the doll he saw in the haunted castle. Iris had thought about it for a while. He wondered if it was the ghosts disguised as a doll. If they had taken control of his girlfriend's body and made her act like that. Later, Iris went to the girl's workplace, asking the workers about her, but they told him that she had resigned from her job and went somewhere else. Iris cried a lot as he recounted the story to me. I didn't know if it was the breakup or the awful experience he had at the haunted house that caused him to be like that. Only until later did we find out that the haunted castle had disappeared as no one knew about its current location. Lately, Iris came across a picture of his ex-girlfriend on Facebook. The girl had begun a relationship with another man, yet he looked like a dead body. Iris wondered if he should send her a message, but eventually he chose to give up on her and move on with his life.